Pia. Isn't there a... Oops. You're giving it away, Pia. Oh my gosh, why? Why does TikTok keep disappearing? It's crazy. I'll click on here and it disappears the TikTok for some reason. It doesn't make sense. Excuse me. Yay! Hey Mobius. No Justice. Good to see you. Oh yeah, you said hello. I'm sorry, I missed that. All right, let's get back to it, shall we? Let me move this. I think it was something like that. Let me check. It's gonna look weird here for a second, sorry. Just so in case you guys want to see things. Okay. Excellent. Put that up there. The blue guard is gathering. I see that, yes. Hey, Ben, it's good to see you. Well, that's not a nice thing to say. Schmurder is never nice, as the definition is unjust, unaliving. So we don't need to hear your opinions. You're a gross person. I mean, Martinez, really? Yeah, I thought I had my guest list, but it's over here again. Okay. Well, you can request. You got to be over 18, though. Your body is not designed for anything other than survival. Yes, we are, what's the word? Opportunistic scavengers, so we can survive on a lot of things. Not everything is healthy for us, but we can survive on a lot of different things. Does that mean you should? Does that have any moral implication to it? It just means that we have the ability. Just because you have the ability doesn't mean you need to do that activity. My hand has evolved to nicely make a fist. Does that mean because I can go around punching people for fun that I should? No. Because I should consider the other individual that's being impacted by my actions. Animorphs. Yeah, that's a throwback. It does remind me of Animorphs, I agree. Yeah, please thumbs up, please like, please share if you can, and subscribe, follow, check it out. At least look at my resources at minimum. And check out Anti-Animal Use. They're a pretty good group. They're on YouTube. I'll be live with them this Saturday. We'll be on the streets interviewing people. Go check us out. Oh, I can't see. Go check us out. This Saturday, YouTube. All right, back to it. All right, so if you're over 18, please request up. Why aren't you vegan yet? Right here is Dominion 2018, a free documentary on YouTube. Please check it out. If you're going to demand that animals be used, you should know what it is you're demanding they go through. And if you really feel comfortable giving your money to people that do this for a living. Also, nutritionfacts.org, a great place to start as far as like your nutrition, if you're worried about where to get everything or what to eat. This is a great place to start just because it gives you an easy checklist to go off of. Make sure you get everything you need in a day. And it's really simple and free. You can just Google Vegan Dailey Dozen. And then below that is Vegan Easy. There's just an organization there to help you answer questions or be a part of a community that can help you make those steps to being vegan. Because sometimes you can feel like there's a lot of change that needs to happen, and it helps to have somebody there to like ask questions and ideas off of. And if you have obstacles, other people can help you with those obstacles. Why should I be vegan? You should be vegan for the animals. Why would the animals want you to be vegan? Because you're demanding their exploitation. And if you were the one that was enslaved, I'm sure you would be begging for abolition of your exploitation. Or at least liberation, right? You don't want to be a part of that. Yeah, you care about yourself. And what makes you think that other beings don't care about themselves? I'm uniformed. I mean, I guess I got this shirt or sweatshirt made, so I'm in a uniform. Why shouldn't we what? Exploit others? Well, ask yourself, why don't you want to be exploited? Exploitation means to be used unfairly for someone else's benefit. Survival of the fittest is might makes right. Oh, I see. We have some requests. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for waiting. Hey, Sargon, are you over 18?
Yeah, unfortunately I am, yeah.
I appreciate talking to adults, so it's great that you're over 18. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Why am I not vegan?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I eat my wife's roast beef every night,
I mean, are you an adult? You sound like a moral patient to me. You sound like a moral patient to me. You can't even have a serious conversation. We're talking about someone's life or death, and you're here to tell me that you consensually eat out your wife. I don't care. Haza, are you over 18? Haza, are you over 18? Okay. Michael. Michael, are you over 18? I don't appreciate you muting immediately. I'll give you 3 seconds. Okay. Well, I would like some people that want to take this seriously to talk to. Let me actually share the link to YouTube. Awesome. I think it was something like that. Let me check my perspective here. Okay. YouTube. Oh, let me first type. This is the TikTok link. If you're in the YouTube chat and you want to come up and ask a question or make a statement, you are welcome to. We're here for opposition. I love seeing the vegans, though, don't get me wrong. But we would love to talk to you if you think that you have the justification for not respecting animals. Cool. So yeah, click on that link if you want to come check us out, or check us out if you want to come up here. And then we pull up the request again. Oh, hey, what's up? I see you. Yeah, I ended up taking more than 20 minutes.
That's okay.
Yeah. It took...
I was looking at some other stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of other vegan stuff out there, a lot of activists, so there's definitely a lot of content already, so.
Yeah, let me go. I'm glad you came back,
Thank you. I'll probably be up for like another 40 minutes. We'll see if we get some good conversations. Yeah, cool. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, no, you got somebody waiting, but I don't know if they're a kid or not. I can check.
They dropped on my end. I don't know if you still see them.
Oh, you're right. They
okay.
Drop.
Okay.
They dropped over here.
Well, everyone start.
Some people back. Appreciate back. And some other
people. It's good to see you guys there. Thank you guys for coming back. Everyone start tapping the screen or sharing or something to get this out here. Oh, I was going to do those live goals. Okay, just to be clear, I have a hard time feeling comfortable with donation stuff, but I was told that this is supposed to kind of increase engagement maybe. Did it put the goal up there? I can't see anything. I don't know. Mine's not working. I was trying to set up a goal for donations or something because that's supposed to make TikTok like your live more and spread the algorithm, I guess, but it won't let me make one. I have no idea how to do this. I don't know. Does anybody else see what you're supposed to do? Like, I hit confirm and it does nothing. I don't know.
I
have no clue either.
Maybe Frisha or you could help. They're both.
It wasn't working either. I like restarted the whole app. It still won't let me confirm it. I don't know. Maybe I have some disciplinary thing I don't know of.
That's
Yeah.
strange.
I don't know. Just people start, at least if you're one of my mods or vegan, start tapping the screen or something so we can get some people in here. Oh, we have maybe. Olivia. Hello.
I can just rape that animal.
Okay, so for
But
sure,
nigger,
for
nigger.
sure you're gonna be, for
Nigger.
sure we're gonna report you.
Nigger. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we can tell you have poop for brains.
Get recorded.
Thank you. Yeah,
Total shit for brains.
total. Yes.
It's called meat brain, people. That's how you act when you eat meat.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna report him. There. Reported. Good luck, Olivia. It must be hard living as you. Your life must be really hard being that stupid. I can't imagine. All right. Oh, you messed up my guest list. There we go. All right. So yeah, if you are non-vegan and you actually have an argument, not just garbage to spill, I would love to talk to you. Come on. Why aren't you vegan yet? What's holding you back? What do you mean what's happened to the First Amendment? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Lori, thank you. Appreciate you.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, come on up. If you're not vegan, come up here. Exactly. What determines whether an animal gets to live or not when you're demanding it? Like, do they get a choice in the matter?
Marcel, it wasn't free speech that she was reporting him on. I don't know if you heard what he said, but it was very disgusting what he said against black people.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Get a life.
He also mentioned assault. He said he wanted to assault animals, so that's violence. It's gross. That's a red flag. He needs to be screened for some kind of disorder. Let's see. I'm not vegan, but you know the animals that are eating grass we eat and... Okay. Yes, the animals you consume, some of them eat grass. That's true. I don't know what that matters. They're sentient beings who care about what happens to them. All right, all hail Jay. Are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay, why aren't you vegan yet?
I didn't know I have to be like. Is there like a movement towards it?
Well, if someone was being exploited and enslaved without their consent considered, wouldn't you say there should be a movement to liberate them or to make awareness of what's going on?
Yeah, and this movement started in the 1940s, so it's been around a long time and getting bigger.
Right. So, let's say they're not exploited and enslaved.
Well, do you know what that means?
Would it still?
Like you're saying not, but do you know what exploitation means? What is it?
I'm assuming you're saying how we're taking advantage of them
Exploit
because they're.
means to use unfairly for your benefit. You're using someone unfairly for your benefit. Okay.
Right.
So if you're not using someone unfairly for your benefit, then yeah, you're not exploiting them, which would mean you'd be vegan.
So are we exploiting plants then?
Plants are not,
When
they're not
you're-
sentient.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into that, but
Well, so
sure.
like
But what
even
if that?
if plants were sentient, right? I know it sounds
Right.
counterintuitive, but if we eat plants directly, we actually breed much fewer plants into existence.
Okay, but I'm still curious. What if animals weren't exploited and
Then you would be
enslaved?
vegan. I would say we should continue doing that then.
So they're enslaved. They're exploited and enslaved by being on farms. You're saying, right?
Yeah. Wouldn't you say being born with someone else's purpose, regardless of what you want to do, is enslavement?
Sure. Yeah. And I'm saying, what if we just all hunted our own food?
Yeah, but isn't that still exploitation? You're taking someone's body, someone who wanted to live, and you're taking their body for just, sensory pleasure when you could get everything you need from a plant based diet or plant based way of living.
Sure, but you could also just eat meat
Right, but do you see the difference? Like, why would I advocate against using animals?
because you believe they deserve a right of
Well,
life.
don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I walked into a bear's forest, he would eat
Right,
me
but these animals,
if he was
these
hungry
animals that
enough.
we're using, they're not born free, wandering around and then just happen to walk into human territory. We're making them be
Right.
born in human territory and using them without their consent being considered. You're not a bear. You're a human. You're a moral agent. You know
Right.
what's right and wrong, and you're birthing someone into existence, forcing your purpose onto them.
Yeah, but even so, you still don't believe that even if we all hunted for our own food, you still don't believe that that would
Do
be
you want
okay,
to be hunted?
right? I
Yeah,
could
but do
be,
you want
but
to be?
I'm a human, so no,
Right.
obviously not.
I don't
Nobody does.
exactly.
No
So
animal
why
does.
do it?
For sustenance, for
What?
food.
Wait, but should we respect your choice to not want to be hunted?
What is like a human or like or what?
Should I respect your choice that you don't want to be hunted?
I don't believe you have to. No.
But should I? That's the question, not that I have to. Should I respect your choice to not be hunted?
I think that's really up to you.
So it's up to me. So you have no opinion whether I should or should not hunt you.
Right. I don't see why you would, but right.
So if I hunt you, you think that what I'm doing is moral?
Why are you hunting me?
For your flesh.
Ah,
Is it moral if I choose to hunt you for your flesh?
well, I don't think it is. No, hunting another human. No, it doesn't really seem very moral.
I'm not human. It's okay. I'm a different species. Is it okay for me to hunt you for your
Oh,
flesh?
oh, like if you're like a bear, a lion, yeah, sure.
No. I'm a Neanderthal. Is it okay for me to exploit you for your flesh, to hunt you for your flesh?
A Neanderthal. What's a Neanderthal?
It's a different species of humanoid.
Wouldn't that make you human?
Depends on what you define by humans, but if you mean the Homo sapiens, then no. If you mean that I'm a humanoid, then yes. But robots can also be humanoids. So the question is it okay for me to hunt you? And I want an honest answer because you're really not being honest right now. Like, would you like it if somebody hunted you?
Obviously not. No.
No. So we should respect what you like or what you want, given that we do not need to hunt you, right?
I think that's kind of subjective.
It's subjective.
Well,
You,
because
you if
you're saying like humans are omnivores. We're not like vegetarians, you know.
Before I even decide what to do with your body, whether I want to use your body as flesh or simply as a punching bag, my question is, do you think I should respect your wish to not be hunted?
Like honestly, I really do believe it's up to you.
Okay, you're
But
very disingenuous.
I do. I
So you're
do.
telling me that you don't believe in human rights?
Obviously, we live in a
No, no, no.
society,
I'm
but
asking you, do you believe in human rights? Do you think humans have inherent rights to not be enslaved or exploited? Wow. That's crazy. You got to chew on that. That's crazy that you got to chew on that. You're telling me that you don't care if someone bigger and stronger comes up behind you and does whatever the F they want to do to you. You don't care because you're in a system of might makes right. Because you can, you should. That's
no, I'm just
terrible.
realistic about
No,
it.
no, no. You're
We live
not.
in a
No. You're appealing to the way that society is. We're talking about what we should be doing. Should we be exploiting
Yeah,
others? Go ahead, Chip, sorry.
Actually, I'm not appealing to the way society is. If I was, I would just blanketly agree with you.
it's the is-ought fallacy. So to be clear, we're not asking how things are or how things will be. We're asking how things ought to be, how they should be.
Right.
When we're asking you how things should be, and then you're answering with how things are, that's an is-ought fallacy because we're discussing about how things should be. Should we respect your rights?
Well, I don't really speak on like how things should or ought to be. I think living in the reality is better. So that's
I'm
just me
sure.
personally.
Wait a minute. I'm sure that's wrong. I'm sure that you think that democracy should exist, right?
Yeah, I do.
There you go. So that's a statement that you have an ought to be. So you already have an opinion on how things should be. So how is it that you don't have an opinion on whether your rights should be respected or not?
Hey, it's just how what I think it is.
No, I think you're just trying to be disingenuous because I don't see anything else. Like you clearly, like, okay, you have a mother. Each and one of us has one. Oh, they left.
I dropped him just because, like you say, he's just not
Oh,
being
okay.
genuine. But we have some other guests, so I'll bring up the next guest. But you're welcome to finish your thought if you want. I didn't mean to like cut you off.
No, I'm just like whenever they're disingenuous about their own how things should be, it's always because they're like, oh well, I don't really care about myself or something, so I just wanted to bring it to their mother, which they obviously care about. So I was curious if he thinks his mother should have their rights respected, but let's
Yeah.
move on.
American lifestyle. Are you over 18?
I am,
Okay.
yeah.
Why aren't you vegan yet?
Because I believe that anything outside of the genus Homo, we are allowed to treat them differently
Okay.
than we would treat the creature that is inside of the genus Homo. So, like, here's a good example, right? In the genus Homo, I believe that the might is right attitude is unwarranted because we're all the same species, right? We're equal to one another. However, outside of the genus Homo, I do believe might is right.
Okay, so I can do what I want to dogs. I can
Yeah.
kick dogs for fun.
Well, not in our
Why
society,
not?
our society of humans. Because our society of humans that are your equal has determined that
Okay,
not
well,
to
I
be
do
okay.
this with my family. It's a tradition. We keep it behind walls, so it's just us. We do it, once a month. Get together. Really good exercise. Is that moral?
I mean, if you want to like go to a country where that's legal, then
You
yes,
think that's moral?
because your society around you has decided that that's
I'm asking
acceptable
you though.
behavior.
Do you think that's moral?
I mean, my perspective is that it's not
Oh,
moral, but that's
don't
completely
you think that's
subjective.
inconsistent with what you started out with?
Subjective. No, because I don't have the right to tell you that. Like
Okay,
it's
so
completely
you see
opinion.
someone in front of you kicking a dog. Do you step in or you just think, "Oh, that's not proper. That's not polite."
No, I do because our society that I live in, America, has determined that not to be
So you
okay.
can't think
So yeah, I step
think for
in there in front
yourself.
of.
You have to do what society tells you. You're that
No, I can't. I
pathetic.
just don't believe that I have the right
It's
to
pretty
overrule.
pathetic,
I don't have
man.
the right to overrule. I don't
Society.
have the right
Oh,
to
shut
overrule that.
up. God, you talk so much. So, like, when society said human slavery was okay, you're telling me that that was moral? human slavery because society said it was okay?
No, because they're in the genus Homo.
Oh, but society said it was okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
They actually said. I
I
said
have
that.
a question.
No, go ahead.
So,
Answer.
so imagine in front of you there's a cow that can speak, that can emote, and that can they speak English, and they can do quantum mechanics. So they're very, very smart. Clearly, is
Sure.
it okay to exploit and slaughter them for an optional
Absolutely, it
product?
is okay for a human to do that. Yeah. Any
Okay,
member of
okay,
the
okay.
genus Homo.
Okay. So then let's imagine this. Are you aware that humans can have transplants from other animals, or that we're working on in that direction?
I wasn't aware, but it isn't really relevant to me, in my opinion. You know.
Okay. But imagine that a human being is sick, right? And they have to transplant the heart from a cow. Are they still a human then? Is it okay to exploit and slaughter them if they transplant the heart from a cow?
Of course, they're the genus Homo. They're in the genus Homo.
Okay. Well, what if they transplant the liver also?
Again, they're in the genus Homo. Unless they
The
literally become a cow, then there's no way.
the
Like they're in the genus
pancreas?
Homo. Yeah, I'm sorry. What are you getting at
Okay.
here? They're in the
Okay, so if
genus
they
Homo.
transplant so if they transplant everything and they end up being with the head of a human but the body of a cow, is it okay to exploit and slaughter them?
Well, no, they're in the genus Homo.
Well, they're not in the genus Homo anymore because they have the body of a cow.
Yeah, but they have the head of a human. That's in the genus Homo.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So what if this person also starts having brain tumors and they end up transplanting all the memories, all the experiences that this individual had, all the neural connections into the brain of a cow. So
So
essentially,
they
there's
use
no more
a
DNA of a
human
human.
mind into a
Is
cow.
it okay to exploit and slaughter them?
Yeah, because at that point they're literally a cow. If there's no
Oh,
more,
okay.
if there's no more DNA of the genus Homo in that individual, then yes, because they're literally a
Okay.
cow.
Can you explain to me logically why the genus Homo deserves moral consideration and any other, I don't know, any other form of genetic individual, any form of other individual that's not part of that genome does not?
Yeah, it deserves consideration because we are all the genus Homo. It's our responsibility to treat our fellow genus Homo members as
But
equals.
we are also all animals. It seems like very
Yeah, I know.
arbitrary to pick that category, right? So if you're
No,
picking
it's
a
not. It's just that they
category,
literally became us.
you could pick the category of men because we're both men, I assume, and you could say that it's wrong to exploit and slaughter other men because we're all men. But
It is,
women are
yeah.
not like men.
They're
Women are
not.
not like men, so it's okay to exploit and slaughter them. So
No,
then,
it's
by
not.
this
They're in the
logic,
genus Homo.
you see, you can pick a smaller category or you can pick a larger category. So the question is, why are you stopping at that specific category to say it's okay to exploit and slaughter, and I'm going to stop here? Like, what's the
Because
logic
that's
behind that?
because that's the category that differentiates a human being or a member of the genus Homo from our farmed animals.
Oh, so it's motivated reasoning. You're begging the question. That's what you're saying. So you pick this category because it justifies the exploitation of animals. So you're answering the question, why is that? Why does that justify their exploitation? By saying, because I chose a category that could justify the exploitation.
No, I didn't pick it because it justifies it. I just think that, it's just my opinion at the end of the day that that's the category that I feel most
Okay, but can you
appropriate.
explain it logically, or is it just a random choice that you have?
It's just my opinion. Just like it's
Oh,
your
okay,
opinion that they
okay.
should be eaten.
So what's the difference between your opinion and the opinion of a racist who says a different category is the line?
Well, it's because that's in the genus Homo, right? So
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
So it obviously differs from your category, right?
yes,
Like it
because those are both
obviously it's a
members of the
different
genus Homo,
category,
so they're
but it's still
incorrect
the
in my
same
opinion.
logic. They're using the same logic to discriminate because
Yeah, they're circulating the lines of
somebody did not choose to be born in the race that they're born into, just like somebody did not choose to be born in the species that they're born to. But yet you say it's okay to discriminate based on one. And whoever discriminates based on another character or another category that somebody's born into, all of a sudden they're wrong. So do
Yeah.
you see the logical inconsistencies in your values?
No, I don't, because again, that's a completely different set of biological makeup.
Oh,
There's no
okay. Can you
different
please
there's no
explain to me
different
which
biological.
can you explain to me which biological traits justify the exploitation and slaughter?
Yeah, a lack of the genus Homo DNA.
Oh, that's not a biological trait, but thank you for begging the question yet again. It's the
It's
second
not a
time you're begging the
phenotypic. It's not
question.
a
So what's
phenotypic
the
expression.
what's the I'll make it easier for you. What's the phenotype difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment?
I didn't say there was any phenotypic.
Also, there is no phenotypic difference that justifies the difference, the
No, it's
exploitation.
a DNA makeup, pretty much. If there was a cow that looked exactly like a
Ah,
human, but was the genetic makeup of a cow, I would still say it's okay.
yeah. So you essentially discriminate based on how individuals look like, correct?
No, I discriminate based on their genetic makeup.
Yeah. You just
I just
said
said
that
the
if they
opposite
look
of.
like a human, you just said that if they look
No,
like
I
a
said that
human.
if they have
Right.
human DNA. Why do you keep misquoting me?
Be clear, you
I said
just
if they
said,
have
I
human
just wanted
DNA.
to just be clear, you said you discriminate based off of their genetics. That's very similar to another movement called the Schmazis.
Yeah. It's eugenics. That's what
That's
it is. So
100%
you're okay with eugenics, right?
gross.
Let me finish. So I
You're
said that I
okay
just
with
whether they have homogeneous DNA in them. That
well, but
encompasses
you're okay
all of
with
them.
eugenics, right?
No, because they're all members of the genus Homo. What about the social doesn't make
Wait
sense?
a minute.
Just
Wait
saying,
a minute
just saying
just
they're
That's
now.
pretty
completely
racist.
different.
Wait
That's a
rats
racist
damn
thing to
minute.
say.
Yeah, like why all of the sudden eugenics based on a different trait, a different category is okay, but eugenics based on a category that you say is okay, but when somebody else does it based on a category like race or sex, it's wrong. Like what
Yeah, because
exactly?
they're
They're all
they're
eugenics.
different in
They're all
species.
based on genetics, right? They're all
No,
exactly that, about
but that's not
keeping the genetic
that's pretty
quality.
disingenuous to say. I'm not saying that we should, I'm not discriminating based on phenotypic expression. I'm, discriminating based on whether you have homogeneous DNA or not.
Wait, that's
That's
even
pretty
more
disingenuous to
interesting.
say. So
So
if a
if
disabled person has homogeneous DNA, or sorry, yeah, homogeneous DNA, then they're equal to somebody who isn't disabled who also has homogeneous DNA. What about this doesn't make sense?
okay, so if a cow has a homogeneous DNA but does not express it, then it's wrong to exploit them, correct?
Yes,
Okay, so how do you know that a cow does not have a homogeneous DNA then?
because we study the genetic makeup.
Oh, no, no, but how do you know that the cows specifically that you exploit and slaughter do not have the homogeneous DNA? You haven't studied
Yeah, I
their
can
genetic
check
makeup.
every
And
single
it's
one.
obviously, if you know anything about genetics, you know that every single individual has a different genetic makeup, right?
Yeah, and I can tell you right now that because they would not have been born of other cows if they had homogeneous
Oh no,
DNA.
I said they're not expressed. They're genes that are turned off. So uh, you just said that it's not about genetic expression. It's about the genetic composition. So genetically composition wise, they would have the human genome inside of them, but it's just not expressed. Would that mean it's okay to exploit and slaughter them?
Well, I mean, if they have the human gene, okay, then let me rephrase. They have to express the genus Homo.
Ah, so it is about the phenotypical difference then. So what
It
exactly
is
is the
about
phenotypical
fine.
difference that justifies the
I mean,
exploitation?
if everybody has everybody's DNA, then I guess you're right. It is about the phenotypical expression of the genus
Okay.
Homo.
Thank you. So we've
That's
reached the point now. So what is the phenotypical difference that justifies the exploitation?
their expression of the genus Homo as their species.
Oh, no, 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 no. Wait, you see, this time you can no longer duck out and beg the question for a fourth time. This time you will
I'm gonna
have to
beg the
mention a
question. I answered
phenotype.
your
If
question
you're saying
directly.
it is about phenotypical expression, then you're going to have to mention the phenotypes that justifies the difference in exploitation.
Yeah, the phenotypic expression of the genus Homo. I just said
Which
that for like
is,
the
which
12th time.
is, which is, what can you enumerate the phenotypes specific that are specific to the uh, homo, whatever you just said? Can you please enumerate the
Okay,
specific
let me break
phenotypes?
it down for you so that it makes a little bit more sense. I'll give you a little
Yeah, yeah.
simple.
No, no,
I'll
no.
give you a
I'm gonna
simple
need you
version.
to enumerate the phenotypes. Yes,
Okay.
that
Then
that.
I'll give you a simple way to. I'll tell you. I'll do even one better. I'll give you a real simple way to tell if they deserve to have rights.
Let's see.
If they were the child of two humans,
Okay,
if they are the child birthed by one human, fertilized by another, two
okay.
humans,
So if somebody is wait, so
no other genetic influences.
okay, so if
Two members of
somebody
the genus Homo. Two members of the
so
genus Homo came together and made you. Then you deserve the rights. That's real simple.
okay. So if somebody uses IVF to create a fertilized egg and puts that egg inside the uterus of an animal, and that animal gives birth to that essentially human, Would that be okay to exploit and slaughter them?
That isn't what I described.
Okay, so can you please explain to me why is it that that's a good enough moral justification that if you're not born of two humans, then it's okay to exploit and slaughter you?
Yeah, because that's better than what I said before, because that proves that you are a member of the genus Homo.
Can you explain to me why that is morally relevant?
Because in my opinion, it makes us equal. If you are another member of the genus Homo, then you are
Well,
my.
we're definitely not equal because you see, I'm not trying to beg the question right now. I'm actually
I'm not
trying to
either.
be logically consistent. So we're definitely not equal, you and I, right now. So none of us are actually equal. We're just we all just believe in equity. We all just believe in equal treatment of others, but none of us are actually equal. I hope you understand that. We're all very different from each other. But the difference is the differences do not justify the exploitation difference. That's the thing about human rights. It's not that we're all equal. It's that we're all similar enough that it's not okay to exploit us. That there's no difference that would justify the exploitation. So what exactly is the difference between us and animals that would justify the exploitation? And you saying that one is of the genus Homo and one is not, or the species, it's you just answering the question with what's the difference between a pear and an apple? Well, one's a pear, one's an apple. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking what's the difference?
Why does it matter beyond that? One's a pear, one's an apple. I can discriminate against pears as an apple. Why does it matter?
Okay, so you clearly don't understand the question, okay?
Of words, though, he correctly said he's discriminating.
I know. I'm a speciesist, actually, a proud speciesist.
Yeah,
And yes,
you know what that means? It means that you're a human supremacist. You're literally using the exact logic that white supremacists used. I'm sorry, Chip. Please continue.
Yep.
That's correct. I am a human supremacist. That's a great way to put it. I am a human supremacist.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is though, it's not necessarily that you're a human supremacist that bothers me. It's that you have absolutely zero logic behind it that bothers me. Because your only logic is that I'm human, therefore I'm a human supremacist. Your logic is exactly the same as a racist because they're saying they're my race and I see them superior, therefore they are superior. You're not justifying the superiority. You're not justifying the difference in phenotypes, in expression, in anything. You're just saying they're a different DNA. You can't say anything else. Well, there's a different DNA between a man and a woman. There's a different DNA between one race or another. That does not justify the exploitation. So you're using exactly the same logic. Like you can be a human supremacist if you have some form of logic or justification behind it. But when you're just strictly a discriminatory way, you're exactly the same as any other sexist or racist.
I can, because racism is often based on pseudoscience.
Why is racism bad? Why is racism bad?
It's a pseudoscientific belief of discrimination, and it's.
Why is racism bad? I understand you're trying to insert. I understand you're trying to insert the term pseudoscientific, but you have been using it definitely wrong. So why is racism bad?
Because it uses provenly false pseudoscientific logic to discriminate.
Can you explain explain to me the logic that says that racism is false? That's pseudoscientifically false.
Yeah, every single racist argument has been pseudoscientific. The argument that Africans are closer to the apes has been debunked. It was invented by racist anthropologists. The argument that black people have different diseases or something that because they're black has been proven false. That was what justified segregation a lot. These things.
Okay. Let me ask you this: why is sexism wrong? Why is sexism wrong?
Because it's just another member of the genus Homo.
So why is sexism wrong?
Because they're a member of the genus Homo.
Yeah, but you see, you could say the same thing. Why is speciesism wrong? Because they're a member of the animalia. You're just choosing a member of a group and you're saying, well, that random member, you understand that. Why is sexism wrong?
Because they're a member of the genus Homo. They're equal to us.
Okay, so you don't know why sexism is wrong. Okay, I got you. It's okay if you don't know why sexism is wrong, but I'll explain it to you. The reason why racism is wrong and the reason why sexism is wrong is because all of these individuals are sentient individuals and they have a desire. They have desires, they have wills, and we ought to respect those desires and wills because they are sentient and they have them. And because us as sentient beings understand that when we have desires and wills, we want others to respect ours too. It's a form of a golden rule. It's nothing more. So if you think one of them is wrong, you should think all of them are wrong for exactly the same reason. Sexism isn't wrong because they're humans. Sexism isn't wrong because they can do the same thing as men can. Sexism is wrong because they're individuals who have desires, who have emotions, who want to be treated as in the individuals who have desires and emotions, the same way we treat other individuals in a society. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so that's an opinion. I disagree with that logic. I believe that it's not based on whether you're an individual or not. It's based on whether you're a member of the genus Homo.
Yeah. So you would be okay. So hypothetically speaking, if I told you that I'm not a member of the genus Homo, then you would be okay with exploiting and slaughtering me, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you were not a member of the genus Homo,
Okay. So you do not care if someone has the capacity to suffer. You do not care if you run a DNA test and find out they are not human. You don't care if they lose everything, their autonomy, their head, their family. You don't care. If someone has the capacity to suffer.
if you're not a member of the genus Homo, then yes.
So I take you back to my dog kicking. Would you shut up? God, all you do is mumble. So if I take you back to my dog kicking scenario, I'm in a country that is legal and you're visiting. Do you find it moral that me and my family get together and kick this innocent homeless dog for fun? We don't have to. We could kick a soccer ball, but it's our tradition to use a dog. Do you find that moral?
Outside of the society, just to be clear, outside of a society where they deem that
Right.
as
I was
wrong.
saying he's visiting my country. He's visiting my country where it's legal. And my family, we get together, we grab this homeless dog, and we kick them around for fun.
Yeah, so I believe that's morally wrong. But
Why
I
is
also
it morally
believe that it's
wrong?
Whoa.
Why is it morally wrong?
It's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
but why is your
It's my
opinion that
opinion.
way? Do you understand why you care about the
Because
dog?
of the surroundings. Yeah, because of the surroundings around me
No.
that
See,
I'm talking to.
you're a coward. You're revealing how cowardly you are.
You're totally mixed up.
Yeah, you
dude.
can't. You know that dog feels pain. You recognize when a dog yelps that they are crying out in agony. They don't want what's happening to be happening to them, and you understand and can relate because you yourself, if you were giving out a yelp from being hit, would feel the same thing. I don't want this happening to me. That's why we care about dogs. We've developed this bond with them more often so we can relate with them more. And we don't see the other animals we use, so we think, oh, they don't care. They don't think like that. But they're just the same as your companion dogs. So I think you understand what we're saying. I think you actually do share similar beliefs, but your pride is standing in the way. You have an ego that you're trying to defend here. You're not even actually taking what Chip says into consideration. You're literally just being a contrarian. Oh, it's the human species.
Or
that's just
Right.
supremacist made the way.
or it's
think.
actually true.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Oh no,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
I was just saying it's supremacist
gonna
way
say-
of thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, or it's exactly true what he said, and he cannot think for himself. He only he doesn't judge his own values, but rather as he said, the reason why it's wrong to do this to a dog, it's because others told him it's wrong. He doesn't know exactly why it's wrong. It's just others
Right.
told him that it's wrong.
Right. Exactly.
It's not just because other people told me it's wrong.
Saying
it's
that.
because the society around me
That's
that is
people
bigger than
telling you.
myself has
Society
decided
is
that.
made up of people.
That's exactly.
Society is made up of people.
Exactly.
So,
Okay.
that's the point.
Society's telling you it's okay to unalive animals and eat them. It's been going on for thousands of years, and we don't need to do that.
I went ahead and dropped him because he's been up here for 20
Yeah,
minutes.
his racism is getting in
It
the
really
way,
is.
too.
It's really gross that he can't see it. He kept
Man.
saying genetics, and it's like you realize that's exactly
Yeah.
what that movement in Germany was doing.
Exactly.
It was about genetics.
Exactly.
Like gross. Ugh.
Yeah, you are American lifestyle.
Yeah, gross. Sadly, that is true. If ever, do you guys prefer if I give you a warning that I'm going to drop him so that you can tell me if you want to keep him up or not?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
No, do your thing.
All
Yeah.
right. Sun Whisperers. Thank you everyone for being here, by the way.
Guys.
Hey, Sun Whisperers. Are you over 18?
Yes, I
Okay. Why aren't you vegan yet?
am. I think your guys' conversation was really cool and brought up a lot of interesting points. I am, just for the sake of for context, I'm a Muslim. Like I follow the Islamic tradition, and I don't want it to become like a religious topic or anything like that. But essentially, we believe that there's like proper methods to eating your meat. I don't believe in animal cruelty, but there's a distinction between, I think, eating meat as a form of sustaining society, especially in different tribes and cultures across the world. And there are certain guidelines. For example, like we don't eat pork, we don't believe in slaughter in a certain way, or like electric shock,
And
et cetera, et cetera.
and you do halal, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever witnessed that?
Yes, I do. And my family actually owns a farm in the Middle East too. And so yeah, it's part of the lifestyle and a tradition. And
It's horrific. It's horrific.
Would
So,
you ever trade places
know,
with those animals?
no, of course not.
Do
I
you
mean,
think that there's anything that you absolutely, you specifically, is there anything that you need from animals?
is there anything I need from animals? Yes. Like in terms of like nutritional benefits and things like that.
Do you
yes.
understand that you can get everything you need from a plant-based way of living?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Tell me what you can only get from animals that you absolutely need.
Well, there's different benefits. Not all protein is the same.
Yes, it is actually. If
but-
you account for all your amino acids, which all the plants have them, as long as you eat a varying amount, you'll get all the protein. Chip, actually, I don't know if you want to fill in.
Yeah, so I'm a certified nutritionist. All the protein is a chain of amino acids under a certain configuration. All plants contain all 20 amino acids that our body digests. 9 of them are essential, and all plants contain all 9 essential amino acids in varying amounts. So even if they didn't contain all the 9 essential amino acids in varying amounts, you could still combine plants and have the same result, even if they didn't, but they do. So
Okay. I do think,
Right.
lifestyle wise, budget wise, area wise, that people could live in, that might not always be the case.
Talking about the world,
like a lot of
Whisper,
people.
we're only talking about you.
Well, I think if you have an ideology that
Do
know,
you have the ability to go vegan?
no, I don't.
You don't have access to a grocery
I
store?
actually- not as
So you do. You do.
not as,
You do have access to a grocery store. You're telling me this grocery store doesn't have beans, rice, and vegetables?
Yeah, and you're telling me you don't eat them? You don't eat vegetables?
No, I do. Of
Where
course
do you
I
get
do.
them?
Then you have an
but-
ability to go to a store and choose life instead of death.
Yeah, I mean, I have an ability to go to a grocery store, but
Okay, so you have
I
choices.
think-
Now let's think about the animals' choices. What do you think they would prefer? Would they prefer that you make the effort to go to the grocery store, or would they prefer that you
Well,
just
I
slit
think-
their throat nicely? Which would they
I think
prefer?
that's where. Well,
Which would they prefer?
That I started. I think I.
Which
I
would they
wanted to
prefer?
Say, like I mentioned.
Can you
Well,
answer
excuse
my
me, I'm
question?
sorry, I'm just trying to say.
If you can't,
Well, I
answer
wouldn't
my
know because they don't
question,
speak
oh, so if you don't know what they want, you can just do what you want to their bodies. That's moral. Lack of consent means you have consent to do what you want. I didn't know that. So if I can't get consent from you, I somehow knock you out. I can do what I want to your body.
No, that's not
That
what
is
I'm
what you're saying.
Please just allow me to. Just allow me to explain,
Exactly
please.
what
That is
you're
exactly
saying.
what you're saying.
No, I'm saying. Okay, I mean, if you guys just want me to come up here and say I'm horrible, I'm the devil, I eat meat. I mean, I
Well,
can
what
say
you
that
can
for you, but
say
if you
is
feel like having a
what you can
conversation-
say is using animals is immoral. That it is worth the effort to go to the grocery store. That you just maybe didn't think about it before. You didn't consider the victims.
yes,
Go ahead, Chip.
And where do you think the animals you eat get their protein from? They don't just are born with protein. Where do you think they get their protein from? And you're using them as a second source. Why not just go straight to the source, which is plants?
To be clear, I was asking you, what do the animals want? Do they want to be used, like used nicely, or do they want to be left alone? Which would they prefer?
The reason why I mentioned religious
I'm going to keep muting you until you answer my question. What would the animals prefer?
Yes. So the reason why we want an answer to this question, man.
Okay.
The reason why we want an answer to this question isn't about necessarily what an animal wants, right? I can't possibly know what you want or how it is that you want something. It's if you were in the position of somebody being stronger than you, smarter than you, and capable of doing whatever they want to you, you don't really understand why they do that because they're so much more intelligent than you. Would it be okay if somebody completely disregarded whether you want to live or not and just chose to impregnate you, rape you, take away your babies, kill you, all this kind of stuff?
Okay. Yeah, no, you wouldn't want to be eaten. You'd rather be left alone. Sure, I can agree to that in a vacuum. Yeah.
Why a vacuum?
No. Because I'm saying there's context to it. People have
No.
different beliefs.
It doesn't matter what
so-
your beliefs are, Sun Whisperer. All sentient beings want to avoid harm. They want to live. They care what happens to them. That's part of being sentient. So if you don't need to invade their experience, go eat, touch something else. Go use something else. You don't need to use a sentient being who is possibly even enjoying their life.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, there's no way to unalive something that doesn't want to be unalive.
Yeah, someone who wants to live. There's no humane
Nicely.
way to take their life.
I mean, right. I mean, how would you feel if you were in the position on a hard cement floor and you were there chained and somebody comes along with a nice, clean knife and slits your throat? How would you feel?
Yeah, not
It's
good.
not a quick
Yeah.
death and it's not a nice death. So you're totally wrong about that.
Okay.
I've seen what they do in halal and it's very disgusting.
Yeah, halal can be frustrating to watch because they don't knock the animal out first, but I don't know if it's actually even any better. They claim that bolting them first is more humane because it knocks them out, so they're not experiencing the blade across their throat. And oftentimes when they're done halal without being stunned first, they suffer choking on their blood for minutes.
And half the time those bolt guns don't even hit the cows
Exactly.
in our
So
our situation.
exactly.
They miss them.
Exactly. So even if we could have the perfect method to putting someone down to eat them, is it fair to take someone's life who wanted to live when we could eat or use something else? That's all veganism is. I don't want to be used, right? You don't want to be used. If someone can avoid demanding my exploitation, I hope they do. So I act as how I want my oppressor to act, avoiding demanding my exploitation.
Right. And even though you've witnessed what happens in your culture, I think you should stand there and really watch that animal the next time you want to slit their throat and just see the horrible things they go through.
Well, so hearing all of this, do you want to continue supporting that?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the points that you guys are making, and I think I put myself in your shoes and,
Not my
see
shoes.
where you're coming
Not
from.
Not my shoes. The animal's shoes.
I do think that
the animal's
there's a difference
situation.
in culture. And,
no, see, you're reverting back to the oppressor's mindset. Of course, there are benefits for the oppressor. That's why the oppressor is oppressing. What about the victims? What are their benefits? Are they?
I'm trying to say culturally.
I don't care about
think
what
there's
your
a difference
culture
in how
is.
you
It doesn't
view
justify diddly squat. There are cultures that say that some women are lesser than men. That doesn't make it morally right. I don't care that it's their culture and it's been that way forever. This is the same thing. Someone's inherent rights are being infringed upon out of the name of culture. That's not fair. I'm here to tell you, there's another way. You can avoid demanding that.
Okay. Yeah.
You can be Muslim.
Yeah, I get you.
You
I'm
can
not
be
here-
Muslim and vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
So what's stopping you from respecting
And
animals?
I'm not here to like change your mind or.
I'm not here to change your mind
make you
either.
think,
I'm here to tell you that we have similar principles.
Of course,
But
I
you're
think
not
we
living
do.
in alignment with yours. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay, well, maybe I'll get there as we like continue talking,
Okay.
and change takes a while. People, I don't think it would be sincere if I was just like, yeah, you know what, you're totally right. I'm going to be vegan right
Well, I
now.
mean,
Like, I think you'd
what
probably
haven't
take
we
that as
covered?
sarcasm.
What is it that's holding you back
So,
right now? Is it going to be culture again?
with all due respect, I haven't been able to make my point.
Well, because
and, like,
you
I
started
don't
to
wanna
say
be, like,
culture. You
combative.
started to say culture, and I know where that's.
But I would like to flesh it
Okay,
out.
can you?
I would like
What
to
did
flesh
I
it
say
out a
about
little bit
culture,
more.
though?
Yeah, I know. You said that some cultures view women as less, et
What
cetera,
was
et
my
cetera, and
point?
that's not
What
where
was
I'm
my
going.
point, though?
That it benefits the
No,
oppressor.
my point is culture, just because something is culturally accepted doesn't equal moral.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so if you tell me, well, because my culture does this, that doesn't morally justify violence. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right, then go ahead.
You-
Go ahead.
I-
Go
I
ahead
get it.
then.
I get you. I think you have a firm belief in being vegan. I'm not here to
Why
change
aren't
you or
you
justify
vegan?
any
Why aren't you
morality to
vegan? That's what I want to hear.
What I was getting at was that for me, I do not view animals in the same regard, and not like the last guy who was saying like human supremacists, so to speak. But I don't believe that animals have the same exact free will, so to speak, as humans do.
So?
I think that and the reason why I was bringing up culture was I was trying to bring it into a religious point of view. And you can be a Muslim and be vegan, but however, within the fold of Islam, the religion, we do believe that God created these animals for humans to use humanely and how they please.
Do you
I can't
hear
just
how
pick a
you're
dog.
ignoring?
Prove that. Can you prove
Well,
that?
no, so I don't even want you to prove your God. What I want to say is you're ignoring that animals are sentient, and you're going back to your book, your religion and culture, and saying, because this book says I can and have the right over someone else's body, I'm going to do so. That's what you're telling me. And I just told you, I don't care what your religion is, I don't care what your culture is, you don't have rights over my body. You don't get to do what you want to this because your book says so. If my book, if my religious text and my culture said it's moral to take non-vegans and enslave them, am I now morally allowed to do that?
Well, that's not apples to
It
apples.
is. It's
with all
my
due respect.
religion says it's moral because you're saving animals' lives by enslaving non-vegans. So, is that now morally acceptable that I enslave non-vegans? Do you want to be my slave?
No. No,
So
of course
why
not.
is it different for the
But-
animals?
Can I,
I
It's
can
my
explain.
culture, though.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
I can explain. And I think it's different.
It's
because,
not
and again, I don't wanna
different.
make this a
It's not
religious-
different. You can't even tell me the
Okay,
difference.
Well, I won't say it's different. I'm trying to, please.
Your politeness
think-
is getting in the way. I just need you to be straightforward. I don't need politeness.
No, because I don't want to be disrespectful or
It's
anything.
fine to
I
just say
respect
your
opinion,
answer.
and I think you have a good heart.
I know, but you're also trying to manipulate me by appealing to my
I'm really not trying
my
to. I'm
ego?
just trying to talk. I'm sorry if it comes off that way. I'm so
It's
sorry.
okay.
Like,
Look
honestly,
at the
genuinely,
animals.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying
Why
to.
is it okay to
Yeah.
view them as resources, even in a cultural aspect? What makes it okay to do that to them?
Okay. So, and I want to just be a little bit slow here because
Just
there's
answer.
a lot
Just
of context.
answer.
So-
Just answer.
But in the context of a religion.
Oh
I
my
believe it's a
God!
religious
It
reason.
doesn't matter. Sun Whisperer.
I know.
Wait,
That's
can
all
I-
know.
Oh my God.
can I try
Yes,
something?
please go ahead.
Can I try
Yes,
something?
please go for it.
So I know for a fact that in Islam there is this rule that says that a woman should get half the inheritance a man does. Do you believe that to be the right thing? Sun Whispers, do you believe?
I think I was
Yeah.
muted now.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's context to everything. Of course, at face value, no. But Islam also says that if you marry a woman, the man's financial assets all belong to that woman. American culture here would not agree with that. They'd probably say 50-50. But there's different contexts and nuances depending on the person. So, but at face value, no, I wouldn't say a woman deserves less than a man. No, of course not. But
Yeah. So you see, I agree with you with this one because it is contextually based. So why is it that then this particular thing that you use religion to justify the exploitation of animals, you're not seeing it as also contextually based? Because the way I see it, all these religious texts were coming from a time that were indications more or less on how society should be in those times. But now we don't live in a time where we need to do this to animals. And we're not just harming the animals in the process, we're harming ourselves also. We're harming the environment where everybody loses in this process. So I fail to see why a religion that's based on compassion and fairness would say, in a time where you don't need to slaughter, to cut the throats of animals who are the most defenseless beings, how that would be justified if there is no need behind it. Like, I understand in the context where there was need, and that's why they said do it the halal way, because they cared that they don't suffer.
Right.
But when there is no need, how can that ever be justified?
That's a great point, and that's kind of where I was going to. I wasn't able to make it, but what I was trying to say was that the religious belief stems from a time, obviously way back then. It starts at Adam and Eve, so it starts at the time of, like, it was applicable to that society to eat animals because they needed it to survive. And I know we talked about grocery today and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And to get to your point, I kind of am like, my philosophical belief in general is like, I kind of follow like a blanket philosophy. So I think at this point you're correct. You don't need meat to survive today, but I think it's gotten to the point now where you can make that choice. And I think that's why we talked about, like, there can be vegan Muslims, there can be vegan Christians, whatever. It's not a requirement, it's a choice. And so what I was kind of getting at was that I think that the way that I view animals may be a little bit differently. I do believe that they are put here for us to benefit. And if you choose to eat them, then there's a protocol to doing that. For example, I don't eat pork. And I don't believe in like slaughtering a certain way. Of course, there's no fun way to slaughter an animal. Of course, there's going to be pain, but we do believe religiously, like, it is your right as a human to choose if you want to do that or not. And that's why I totally
But you just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself, because you said you agree with me that there was context behind it, and that in a time where we don't need to, it is cruel and not justified. And then you said, but my religion says it's okay to do it. And I believe that it is justified because my religion says it's okay to do it.
But I don't think it's
But you just said it in a lot of words. Do you think it's justified, or is it not justified to take the life of an animal when there's no need?
I do think it's justified. And I don't think it's cruel. I do think that, there is, like, per like religious belief, there is a hierarchy of creation, and it's sort of like the animals are here to serve us as long as we do it humanely. Like, it's okay to eat an animal, and there's that connection to the earth, and I think it can be actually a very spiritual thing, and
no, it's not.
I do think
no, it's not.
Well,
it's not. I'm sorry, dude, but you're just, this is post hoc rationalization. You're begging the question. You're trying to justify your exploitation by coming up with all these, it's natural, it's of the earth or whatever. But if you're in the position of the victim, as we've established, you would not want somebody to cut your throat, even if that were the most natural thing in the world. None of us want to die. None of us want to be killed. We all want our rights to be respected. An animal wants that too. They just cannot verbalize it. They can't express it. But they very much run from being from being killed. They very much have interest to live, interest to be happy, and they definitely don't want. Because on top of the killing, there's the killing, of course, which we all know is not the worst thing in the world. None of us find death necessarily the worst. But there's the exploitation, which is insanely bad. There's the fact that we forcefully inseminate cows, we take away their babies, we kill the male babies, we repeatedly impregnate the female babies, and when they can no longer make babies, we kill them also. And we do all this so that we can take milk out of them.
Right.
I mean, this is what
that would be halal. I don't think that would be the proper.
Oh, that is. And that, you know why? This is exactly the most insane thing about it. Because halal and haram slaughter practices were made in a time when dairy was not the way it is today. Mm-hmm. The practices of dairy today are essentially cows are forcefully inseminated, have their babies taken away from them. Their babies are unalived. And they are also unalive when they can no longer make babies. And you are paying for all of this if you're buying cheese, milk, or any of this. Mm-hmm. And if you think this is bad, then I kind of have to wonder, why would that be bad? Because your religion says it's okay.
So I think that have you guys ever visited a farm or or live
Yeah.
the farm lifestyle. I think there might be
I
a
come from a farm, man.
My grandparents
yeah.
had a farm.
Great.
We
Same.
didn't slaughter our animals. We had chickens. I had a baby bull. That was the best thing. And he was just like a dog. He would play with me. He would
Yeah,
roll
that's
balls
Cows,
to
beautiful.
me.
sheep.
I was just gonna say though, I think that there might be a misconception that slaughtering an animal or eat it, or for the purpose of eating it, is kind of this
Eating them.
it's kind of this like cold-hearted thing. I think that
It is.
I don't think, well, respectfully, like I have family members that have a farm, and when they do have to cook the chicken or eat the chicken.
Wait.
I don't think that
Not
makes
when
them
they
bad
have
people.
to. Not when they have to. When they choose to. When they want to. And that's what makes the choice bad. The lack of necessity. If I'm on a deserted island and I have to unalive an animal, or I have to unalive a human to survive, and I resort to doing that, I don't think anybody would judge me for doing that. Just like nobody would judge me if I unalive somebody to defend myself. Because in extreme situations like that, you can justify doing a lot of violence and horrific things. But in a situation when there is no need for you to go out of your way and inflict violence upon a defenseless creature who put their trust in you, who you claim you care about, I think that's kind of close. That's borderline evil, if you ask me. I don't actually believe in evil, but if there ever existed evil, that is it. Making somebody trust you and then betraying that trust by exploiting and slaughtering them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think there's a fundamental difference in the sense of that we believe that the animals were created to be of use to us, and if you guys
Animals
are
were made to be my slaves. Damn it, they're meant to be my slaves. That's all I hear you saying.
Yeah, but and an animal,
when human slavery was accepted, that some of these slave owners were really nice to their slaves. Gave them their own quarters, gave them an allowance so they could go out into the world, buy things, and own them themselves. But in the end, they were still slaves. Was that moral then? Because they were taken care of so well?
No.
Why?
But again, I think.
But why?
There's a.
Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why?
Yes, because I'm not comparing.
Can you tell me why human slavery is wrong?
Human slavery is wrong because human beings are the highest level of creation.
These humans are not the highest creation. I've bred these humans actually. I've picked out the traits that I like, so they're really dumb. They don't have any intelligence to them. They don't really know what's going on, right?
That doesn't matter. They have free will. They're human beings.
I've bred them so that they actually walk on all fours. Their DNA is actually now starting to look completely different from human. We're similarly related to gorillas as we are to these individuals. Is it okay that I then exploit these, what were once humans?
I'm sorry. I think that's a little too hypothetical for me. I wasn't following it.
So I'm going to breed humans until they are no longer technically humans, and then I'm going to farm them. I'm going to make two individuals mate so that they make a baby that fits what I want. That's what we did to animals. So I'm going to do that to humans until we get a version that isn't human, and then I'm going to farm those individuals to create meat and hair and leather. Is that moral?
I'm sorry. I think I was getting away from
these animals that your farm has are selectively bred over years and years.
So,
well,
can you tell me why? Can you tell me why it's wrong to farm even just regular humans?
Well, I don't think I know what that means necessarily to farm humans. So
I'm going to make two humans mate so they make babies. And I'm going to take those babies, I'm going to hack them open, pull out their guts, and I'm going to sell their bodies so people can put them on barbecues. Is that moral? Why not?
Because you killed humans.
What's wrong with doing that? What's wrong with doing that?
Yeah, because you killed humans. And
but what's wrong with that?
I think that there is.
I think, just answer it.
There's a hierarchy of creation.
Okay, so this is called supremacy. You're literally saying, because my group is considered higher than you, I'm going to ignore the fact that you have the capacity to experience life and want to live. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm just going to focus on my benefits. That's what you're doing. You're no different than a YT supremacist saying, my group is better. My group has the power. And since we have the ability and it's convenient, I'm going to use you for my benefits regardless of what you want. Does that sound like a moral way of thinking?
Well, the morality comes.
Does that sound
when
like
you
a moral
consider
way of
the-
thinking? Yes or no?
Yes, it
That
does.
sounds
Just
like
to answer
moral
your
way of
question, Matthew.
thinking.
Wait.
You literally just said that it's okay to arbitrarily, harmfully discriminate against people about traits that do not morally matter. I think we're done here. Oh, hey, I didn't even see you come up, David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
brought
just
him
going to
up.
ask.
He was in the request, so I brought him up.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask him and maybe push him on his actual beliefs, because anytime these guys are saying that they just think that they're more supremacist or whatever, they think their human value is just much higher, I want to push them on their human rights beliefs as well, because I honestly don't think that they actually have that same view with humans. I think they would bite the bullet. And so if they did, then it would show exactly that they are just doing it for yums, taste pleasure.
Totally.
That's all.
Yeah. He kept wanting to deflect to every time we asked him a question, he would kind of refer to another, like he'd be like, well, let's put it back in the religious context when we've already debunked that over and over again, because he's just using it as a way to prove that humans are morally superior and therefore can do what they want. And he just could not get off that high horse of, I am the superior being, and therefore all other beings that have feelings are still resources for me to get pleasure from. Because
the framing of that, saying that animals are here for me, like, wow,
Yuck.
that's just crazy.
Yeah, that is incredibly gross and literally what YT supremacists would say.
His book says so. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And his book says so.
Yeah.
But FYI, no religion says that, and I think every Abrahamic religion believes in the same creation myth. And in every Abrahamic religion, they don't specifically mention that animals are here for us to eat. They mention that we are stewards of the animals, that we essentially have power over them. But nobody says that we need to abuse our power over them. In fact, much of the disagreements that have came between the Abrahamic religions were since Jesus came and said no more animal sacrifice, and then in the Islam they said, unless you do it this way for food and only if you need it, but we don't need it anymore. We're in a context where it's wrong. So if Muhammad or Jesus were to be alive today, I don't think any of them would say, yeah, let's cut the throats of animals for products we don't need simply because we want to. Because that's not what it's about. That wouldn't be a compassionate or fair thing to do. It would just be a selfish thing to do. And that's what we're here to say. Don't do it because it's selfish. Don't do it because it's the right thing to do.
Exactly. Yep. And in addition, I'm pretty sure, Vegan Heretic, if he's still here, I saw him pop in, maybe he's gone now, but Vegan Heretic, if you guys ever want to learn, have a breakdown of at least what his understanding is about how the Abrahamic religion and veganism actually coincide, he actually points out a lot of misunderstandings, because people are quoting the Bible like crazy, but they're taking it out of context, which we do talk about. Some people are like, oh, this part's about context, but then they use the quotes and say it doesn't matter about the context. The context matters, and I do like that he's breaking that down for not just other religious people, but us atheists, so that we can also help people that are so fixated. I'm fine with showing debunking of religions, but at the same time, some people get so locked into, you're offending me about my religion. It's like, I don't care what you do. Just stop using it to justify harming others. So it helps if we know a little bit about what the religion is and can be like, well, actually, it sounds like your religion is against what you're saying. Especially Abrahamic religions, as the Garden of Eden was like God's definition of perfection, right? Which was vegan. So... if you're going to use your old texts to defend bad choices, you better know your texts, because the rest of us are starting to learn more than you. But anybody that's religious or not, please go check out Vegan Heretic, because I like his breakdowns. He's really good. He also has a book called, I have it here actually. I haven't gotten to read it. He sent it to me, Vegan versus the Verses.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I want to read through that, but I just haven't gotten the chance yet.
Nice.
Yeah, the holidays and family kind of got in the way right now, but anyway, we have some other requests. You guys up for a couple more? I know I was only going to go like 40 minutes, but
Oh,
okay. Are you
Let's
okay
go.
if I keep going? Cool. I just want to make sure.
let's go.
Let's go.
Yep.
All right, Jeffra Dom Dom. That name is interesting.
That being Jeffrey Dahmer, is that like a short version?
Yeah,
of
right.
that?
Jeff, are you over 18? Hello? Oh, you're a child. Okay, that makes more sense.
Don't talk to strangers on the internet, child.
Yeah.
They can find you.
Yeah, I mean, all seriousness, like I do want kids to hear the message, but kids on the internet, you can easily be manipulated by dangerous people on the internet. Adults get manipulated all the time. So children that don't really know what's going on out there, you're absolutely vulnerable to manipulation. So don't talk to strangers. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, just listen.
Yeah, you can listen in.
Yeah, hello?
Hey, are you over 18? Qualia?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Why aren't you vegan yet?
So, just to be clear, do you have any deductive evidence in favor of claiming that it's unnecessarily wrong to harm non-human animals?
Oh, they're sentient.
Yeah, but do you have an argument that entails that it's morally wrong to harm them in virtue of them being sentient?
Your own morality.
Sorry, I'm asking for an argument, right? Because you're making the claim that it is wrong to unnecessarily harm them in virtue of them being sentient. So
I
do you
didn't
have an
say.
argument for that.
I didn't
yes or
say
no?
that. I said. What?
Okay, so you
Whoa,
don't affirm
Qualia.
that.
Let's
Sorry,
take it
so
down.
you affirm the
Whoa,
claim.
stop. I'm not here.
Now you're
Whoa,
just
stop.
You're just
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're pivoting. Yeah.
Does anybody else?
For a name like
I was going to say, does anybody else want to
For a
talk
name
to
like
him?
So Qualia,
Running away. She's running away. Look at her. She's
sure,
such a
sure.
loser.
So
You're
Qualia,
not running
Can't
away.
engage with
You're
a
just
formal
not being
argument. She doesn't know how
quiet.
moral reasoning works. Holy shit.
sure.
She
So
actually can't
Qualia,
reason in a
Qualia,
linear
can I
fashion.
ask
She's
you a
great at
question? Qualia, can I ask you a
Hey, I don't need
question?
you to white knife her. Okay, you're a side
Sure,
chick.
sure. So is it okay to exploit and slaughter humans for optional products?
Sorry, sir. Do you have an argument? Yes or no?
Is it okay to exploit and slaughter humans for optional products? It's a question, not an argument.
What's the argument that I should answer this question, slow boy? You're not giving a deductive argument that entails.
Oh, it's the read.
Yeah, he's redirecting the.
It's
He's reaching, yeah, because he's trying to come in with a gotcha, and it's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
Well,
the whole
he's
point
doing-
is like, yeah, what is the? It's pretty simple. If you're, I'll make it into a logical syllogism, okay? If you're still listening, if it's wrong to exploit and slaughter humans, then it's wrong to exploit and slaughter other sentient beings.
Yep.
That is the only logical syllogism that veganism follows. If you think it's okay to exploit and slaughter humans, then probably you cannot be vegan. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I have more though, so we can bring up other people. Thank God. Fishing with it's another child. Man, parents are not paying attention.
I figured by the
Yeah,
name.
I know. Honestly, I expect 80% of the people to come up here to be children, just because it is a child's app, or at least that's how it started. Hey, Spec, are you over 18?
No.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I appreciate the honesty, though. You can ask your question in the chat. I don't feel comfortable having children up here. You should ask your mom. Why shouldn't you talk to strangers on the internet? It's just not safe. Well,
I don't think she'd want you to.
yeah, most parents would be like, yeah, don't do that. Oh, God.
Exactly. Or slap them and go, what the hell?
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you thinking? That's not smart. Let's drop something. Yeah. No, you're a child. They don't want you back up here. What was the last guy saying? I just had a brain fart.
The funny thing about the guy named Qualia is that you would expect somebody with the name Qualia to understand that animals also have qualia. They also have the subjective experience. So it's like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, what does
dude?
qualia mean? I didn't know it actually meant something.
Yeah, it's the subjective experiences.
Oh, interesting. I feel a little embarrassed. I didn't know that.
I hope I'm
Oh,
not
I
wrong.
don't know. I'm just gonna write it down for later so I learn. Yeah. Well, if you're over 18 and you think you have a good reason for not being vegan, you can request up. I don't care if you're a debate bro, it's fine, but like try to slow down on talking and let's not bring the energy up here, right? I don't want to meet you up here. I'd rather us it's fine for us to get tense in our conversation, but we don't need to start talking 100 miles an hour and starting to use ad hominems. It's just not necessary.
I kind of like that I was called slow boy. Thank you for that. Like,
Slow boy.
I am trying to speak slowly for people.
Yeah, actually, me too. It feels like I'm have to physically hold myself to slow down. That's why I was also like, I understand where that guy's coming from talking like that. I do it too. But it's like, okay, I'm feeling it. I'm sure we're all feeling it. Just bring it back down. Let's just talk about whatever you want to debunk, that's fine. But let's talk about it. I don't like being called names because he can talk faster than us. But, let's see. I'd love to see the host debating without 3 people back. Well, you can look at my other videos. They're on YouTube. There's also clips on my TikTok. You can see me talking by myself. I just like having the backup because sometimes I forget things. They'll cover the things that I forget. It's also nice to have other vegans. It's not all vegans want to go live on their platform. There is a convenience to jumping into someone else's live. Personally, I love jumping into Use Live, even though I haven't Universe is live, even though I haven't been doing that lately. But it's nice when someone else is willing to take on the stress of being the host. So I like those kind of spaces. Yes, I see I see you say that plants' lives matter. They don't though. They matter in a sense of, I was going to say there is some matter, but not like animals and us.
I mean, they matter in the context of sentient beings, right? Like, we would have a problem with plants or trees not being enough because they harm other sentient beings, not because they pose a danger to us. But in isolation, I don't think anybody would cry if we put a tree on Mars and that tree dies.
Exactly. Yeah, even if, we've already talked about it many times, but when plants, even if we consider them being sentient, it's better for us to eat them directly or use them directly instead of feeding them to animals and then using the animals. But yeah, if we were to find out that plants are sentient, I would hope that then at that point science has progressed enough that we can look for other ways to eat, like synthesizing things out of dirt or rocks or just minerals even maybe. I don't know. I don't want to demand sentient beings being harmed for sure, but plants are the least harm that we can cause, and we know right now that they're not sentient, so it's okay to eat them and not worry about their preferences until we know that they have them.
There's somebody else.
Oh yeah, I'll pull them up. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. I make these long delays.
Hello.
Hey, Coryeast, are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay. Why aren't you vegan yet?
Okay, so you muted me on the chat. I was one of the ones who was saying plant lives matter. They have proven that they are sentient.
Okay, what's the name?
You can look it up. They proved that.
What's the name of this study?
Plant life study.
That's what it's called, plant life study?
No, you can find it in there though.
Find it where?
You can find it in plant life study sentient beings.
No. I need the name of the study.
Yeah,
or the journal.
Yeah, or the journal.
Empirical data.
Yeah, I need some empirical evidence, not just your Google search.
Yeah, because really, as science states it, they are not sentient. They are living, but they are not sentient. They don't have a brain or a nervous system, and that's what we apply as sentient.
Yeah. If you can, maybe... Oh, go ahead, Chip, please.
I was just going to ask, which journal was it published in?
Looking.
So curious, which journal was it published in, this study?
Maybe he's starting a carrot rights campaign.
Maybe.
Animals, I gotta protect the plants.
So which study? So which?
We need them to breathe.
So which journal was it published in? Which journal was it published in, Coriest? You made a claim that plants are sentient and that there's a study. Which journal was this study published in, Coriest? You gotta unmute yourself to speak, bro.
I'm muted because I'm trying to find the thing for you guys. When I leave out of the app to locate the stuff, it mutes me. Bruh.
Okay. Oh, so you don't have the actual study. You're looking for
I'm
it now.
pulling it up for you so you can go and search it.
Okay.
Okay, how long will it take though? Like, this is something that you're basing your whole thing on, right? You should already be prepared coming up here.
Right. He should have had the study in hand.
Yeah.
The minute
I just
he
don't.
said that plants are.
Yeah, I don't want to just sit
Let's give him the steel man then. Give him the
That's
steel
true.
man.
Yeah. So, like, what are the animals that you use? What do they eat, Coriest?
Yeah.
Are you asking what animals I eat?
No, I'm asking, of the animals that you use, what do they eat?
It depends on what animal.
Okay, the cows, the pigs, and the
most animals
chickens.
eat other animals. Is that
The
bad?
cows, the pigs, the chickens, and the fish, what do they eat?
Well, pigs eat anything.
What do you think they're mostly fed?
Chickens eat bugs.
Are you going to engage, or should we move on?
Cows eat hay and... Wait, can you not
No,
hear me?
you're not answering my question. What do
I am answering. You said, what
yes,
do they
what do they eat? What do you think majority of their food is?
What does a cow eat? Yeah, what does a cow eat, Coriest?
Cows eat plant-based items, yes.
Okay, so if you eat a cow, does that not mean you're killing more plants in the process because the cow eats more plants than we would?
That's the point I'm trying to get to you guys. It doesn't matter what you eat. It's all the same stuff. It's all food.
Okay, so what you're saying... So what we're saying is that you have a choice between killing plants or killing a sentient being and considerably more plants, and you're saying that these two choices are equal?
I'm saying that you guys eating plants is wrong too, so we should just eat nothing but air.
No. So you understand that there's two choices that you're having. One exploits and slaughters a sentient being and kills a lot of plants, and the other just kills some plants. So which one is the better choice? One where we exploit and slaughter a sentient being and kill a lot of plants, or one where we just kill less plants?
I'd rather eat meat, 100%.
So which one is the best choice, Coriest? I'm not asking you what you would rather eat.
Meat gives you the best.
Now
the
truth comes out,
vitamins.
Now the truth
meat
comes
gives
out.
you the best in all of the what
you don't
need
give a
to
crap
live.
about plants. You don't give a crap about plants.
Yeah.
Oh, I do care about
What you want to do
plants.
is eat sentient beings.
Oh, I do care about plants.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Do you?
They help
so
us
then you
breathe.
want to kill less plants, right? Right?
Yeah, I mean, cows will eat themselves.
So why not make the choice
Chickens
that kills
don't eat
less
bugs.
plants? So why not make the choice that kills less plants, Coriest, if you care about plants?
Because if we're all eating plants, how fast would the plant population die on Earth? We already cut
Coriest, way less because animals eat more plants in the process.
And so would we. And also, animals will overpopulate as well. What do you think stops overpopulation?
Dude, it's so funny. Corey,
what's funny is I'm talking to her and
have you thought any of these arguments through before that? Because honestly, these animals are brought into existence by us
to eat.
So if we choose to no longer exploit and slaughter them, we will bring less animals into existence.
I can prove that that's wrong.
So therefore, they cannot.
We stopped hunting deers during COVID, and they massively overpopulated. It became a massive problem.
They're not overpopulated.
It became a massive problem. Depends on where you live. I live in the north. It became a massive problem. They actually lifted for hunters to be able to hunt during COVID because it got so bad.
Okay, well, you know what, Coriest, the species the species that's the most dominant on this planet, that does the most deforestation on this planet is the human species. Are you okay with exploiting and slaughtering humans for using their flesh and eating their flesh? You'd be killing way less plants in the process, actually no, but you know.
Are you talking about population control?
Would you be okay with exploiting and slaughtering humans for optional flesh, for optional meat that you want to eat?
Do other animals eat themselves unless they absolutely have to?
I'm
Does
asking
a
if
cow
you're
eat a
okay
cow?
with explain.
No,
I
you're
understand.
trying to ask me an impossible question, and I'm
Yeah,
asking you one back. Does cows
it's
eat other
impossible.
cows? Does
Wait,
cows
this
eat other
question is
cows?
impossible. You
Does
think this
cows
question
eat
is
other cows?
impossible?
Does
The
cows eat
funny
other
thing
cows?
about is the funny thing about it is though, Corey, is that there are cannibal humans on this planet. First of all, second of all, I don't think it matters what other animals
Mute
do.
him when
Do
he
you
talks
take your
over me.
moral values from what other animals do, Coriest?
I can't answer if I keep getting
Do you
muted.
take your moral values from what other animals do?
Do you?
No, I do not. Do you take your
Okay,
moral values from what other animals do?
you're asking me, is it
If you
okay
take
to
your
eat
moral
humans?
values,
Is it okay for
do
a
you
cow to eat a
take your
cow?
moral values from what other animals do? Can you please answer
Is it
a single
okay?
question that I'm
Is it
asking?
okay? We learn things from all creatures on Earth.
Do you take your
I
moral
just
values
answered it.
from what
I
other
just
animals
answered it.
do? It's a simple yes or
I
no. Yes,
just
I
answered it.
did. No, you didn't. You said you take
No, I
some
didn't
values.
answer how you wanted me to answer. I
Okay,
told
what's
you
your answer
we
again? Do you
learn.
take your
I
moral values
told
from
you.
other animals?
I just told you we learn from all things on Earth. Plants, humans, animals, we learn from all of them.
Do you take
Stuff
specifically
starting to make
moral
sense, huh?
values? I'm asking about moral values. I'm not asking if you learn
Okay,
how to
correct.
eat.
A
I'm not
moral.
asking if you learn how to digest cellulose. I'm asking if you take
I
moral
want to answer
values
because
from
he keeps
other
muting me. I'm
animals.
trying to answer you.
Do you take moral values from other animals?
Depends on what moral values they are, like taking care of your young, how to raise them, how to grow them up. Right, pick and choose. That's called life.
Oh, okay, so you pick
Pick
and
and choose.
choose. So then why would it matter what other animals do?
So why would it matter if we ate
Yeah,
humans?
because when I asked you,
So
this
why
whole
would it matter
question
if we
comes.
eat humans?
Yeah,
Why are you
the
asking
whole
me a question if
question,
it doesn't matter?
Corey, the question you have to be tracking. My initial question was, are you okay with exploiting and slaughtering humans for an optional product? And you said, well, what other animals do? And we already established that it doesn't matter what other animals do because you pick and choose
No,
what other
you just
animals do anyway. So what
okay.
are you
Let
okay
me
with
answer.
exploiting and
Let me answer
slaughtering
what you just
other
said before you
are
start
you okay with exploiting and
flabbergasting out.
slaughtering other humans? Corey, are you okay with exploiting and slaughtering other humans for optional products? Yes or no?
I personally wouldn't eat other humans.
Okay, why not?
I don't care if they start deploying, killing humans, blah blah blah. It's population control. People already do that in their countries.
Okay, what's the morally significant difference? What's the morally significant different trait between human beings and animals that justifies the difference in treatment?
Because humans are humans and animals are animals.
Oh, okay. What's the difference between a pear and an apple? A pear is a pear and an apple is an apple. Yeah, that's
But they're
circular
still
reasoning. Can you
vegetables. It's
please,
still
that's a
fruit.
tautology. Can you please
No, it's
explain to
not.
me what's the morally significant
No,
difference
it's not.
between a human being and animal that
Let
justifies the
me
difference
phrase.
in treatment? So, Corey, the question is, what's the morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment?
Am I gonna be able to answer or are you gonna mute me?
Only if you answer my question.
I want to answer the one that you said pears and apples to.
No. What's the morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in
Yeah,
treatment,
they're
Corey?
rage baiting me. They keep muting me.
Sure. So what's the morally significant difference between a
Can't
human
answer
being and
you
an
'cause
animal that justifies the difference in treatment, Corey?
I can't answer because I keep getting muted.
Well, no, you keep speaking when I'm speaking, so I'm muting you so you can hear me. I'm doing you a favor so you can hear
So
me.
now
So
you're
what's the morally
talking to
significant
other
difference? See,
guys.
you're doing it again, Corey.
Of
What's
course
the
I am.
morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment, Corey? You gotta unmute yourself this time.
Again, you said pears and apples. They are still vegetables.
Yeah, so we're all
Okay,
animals,
so like
exactly.
when you're
There you
They're
saying
go.
fruit.
We're all.
Actually,
when
they're
you're saying
fruits,
food, yes, fruit, vegetables. I'm
and
getting
they're no
irritated because I
different.
keep getting
They're no
muted.
different.
This is what you guys
Do you
do to try to win
understand? They're
arguments.
no different.
Listen, that's like
Why?
saying
So, Corey, why would we listen to you when you're not answering my question? Because I asked you a question just now, Corey. What's the morally significant difference between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment?
so when you're saying the difference in treatment, you're saying us not eating each other and us
No,
eating.
no. No, I'm saying you said you're not okay with killing and eating humans for optional products, but you're okay with killing and eating animals for optional products or other animals. So I'm asking you, what's the morally significant different trait between a human being and an animal that justifies the difference in treatment?
Because you can go to prison for eating a human and killing
But
them.
if you couldn't go to prison, you'd be okay with exploiting and slaughtering humans?
Also, eating humans messes with your brain.
No, it doesn't. If you eat the muscles, it doesn't. Only if you eat the brain, it does so. So if it were healthy and you wouldn't go to prison, you would be okay with exploiting and slaughting humans, correct?
It's a bunch of what ifs.
So if it were healthy, so Corias, if it were healthy and you wouldn't go to prison, you would be okay with exploiting and slaughtering humans for an optional product.
We live in reality where it is.
Sure. So Corey, let me ask you a question. If it rains, Corey, if it rains, are you going to use an umbrella?
We are still in reality.
If it rains, are you going to use an umbrella?
No, I just put my hood on.
Oh, so you are able to answer hypothetical scenarios, conditional statements. So I'm just going to form another conditional statement. If it were legal to exploit and slaughter humans, if it were legal and it were healthy to exploit and slaughter humans, would you be okay with exploiting and slaughtering humans, Corey?
If it was okay, for your what if statement, if it was okay and we had, I would still just eat animals.
So Corey, if you could only, I'm asking you, I understand it's very difficult for you to answer this conditional statement because, I don't know, maybe you really want to dodge the question, but the question is, if it were okay to exploit and slaughter humans.
Can I interject?
If it were.
Sorry, can I interject?
Please, it's going nowhere.
Corey, can you please tell me when you're going to do your carrot rights protest? I just want to get involved and active, and I feel like we should be there for the carrots. Like, seriously, can you just tell me when your event's going to be?
We should be there for all plants.
Okay, so, like, how do you choose between the bigger carrot and the baby carrot? Kind of just curious, Corey.
We should choose all plants.
Yeah?
Yeah, all plants.
Okay, well, I look forward to your event. Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm happy to see you.
Yeah, it was really going nowhere. He's being disingenuous. He just didn't want to change.
Nowhere. Didn't care about plants. Just wanted to come up and say, I want to see animals.
Again, which you've already pointed out, even if plants are sentient, we're breeding more into existence to be tortured, to be fed into the animals that you then torture and take their life. So you're increasing your harm in the justification that you claim we're just choosing between plants and animals, when really you're compounding your harm. If plants are sentient, you're not only eating plants, but you're also feeding them to the animals, as I just said. So
that's you giving him like the benefit of the doubt as a steel man, and that's what we did there. We gave him the benefit of the doubt because he couldn't find his own logic, searching for how long.
Yeah,
right?
God, he was up here for so long, and that's why he's clearly here to be contrarian. He's not here to be genuine and, I didn't even think of it this way, open to different perspectives.
Well, I like Chip's hypothetical too about the rain, because once he said he put up the hood, then that was sort of a mic drop.
I loved it. That was great. That was so good, because he thought he was dodging you, but really he was answering your question straight up. No, you know what?
I don't get why people behave this way. Like, all of you people who want to come up and have a conversation with us, can you just be open-minded? Or is it just that you want to prove and you want to win and you want to dominate? What the hell is this? I'm genuinely trying to have conversations, and we're trying to have conversations with you because we're defending animals, and all you guys take it so personally, and your masculinity is so hurt. Oh, no, I cannot harm an innocent animal. My masculinity is in danger. Can you just be nice people and have conversations with us?
Yeah, set your ego aside. Like, it's fine to learn something new. Be open. Look at our resources.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, we're not trying to imprison anybody into a position. We're trying genuinely to show them to understand the position that we're telling them, because, we all been in your position. We all have been there where we think, oh, I want to eat meat or whatever bullshit position. But we're trying to explain to you that it's a position that you've just been taught to be in. There's no logical reason to be in that position.
Oh,
Sorry.
well, don't be sorry. No, I 100% agree. The German idealist. Are you over 8?
Yeah, Chip, you're a brain dead retard.
Wow. Okay. You're a horrible person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, coming from somebody like you, it just means that...
Yeah. Someone who doesn't understand anything.
Yeah, you're getting your point across, Chip.
Yeah.
They just don't get it.
All that means...
I also don't feel the need to prove myself anyway, but if you guys really must know, I actually am a math Olympic. So,
oh, damn.
Fuck you.
Oh, damn. That makes sense that you got into programming, because it's like math and logic. Yeah. Let's see. I
just hate people.
Man, I definitely struggle with them for sure. Like, in my head, I have to constantly remind myself, hey, I'm human. I was just as stubborn at one point, and I try to keep reminding myself that. Hey, Prince, are you over 18?
Yo, what's going on? Yeah.
All right. Are you vegan?
No.
Oh, okay. You have an avocado in your name, so I was just curious. So why aren't you vegan yet?
Yeah, I do like that stuff. I'm not vegan.
So why aren't you vegan yet?
I believe it's I believe in cultural and religious practices, like traditional things.
Is there possibly a delay?
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that there is.
Okay. It just seemed like for a second there might have been one. Anyway, so tell me again, what was your reason? Because I kind of got distracted. I was like, oh, is there a delay? Why aren't you vegan?
Because I follow traditional values.
So what does that mean?
I follow beliefs that are cultural religious beliefs. I follow all kinds of traditional values. That's the way that I
Okay. What if my cultural beliefs are to enslave non-vegans? Is now human slavery okay?
You're saying that you want to hurt other people?
I just use them, regardless of what they want.
Well, then, to be fair, if you're expecting to talk to another chimpanzee without war, good luck. They eat leaves all the time.
Oh no! What I'm asking, is it okay for me to enslave humans?
I thought you said non-vegan.
Yeah, non-vegans. Well, I guess, you know what? Fair enough. It could be animals too. Let me clarify. My religion says I can enslave non-vegan humans.
Okay. So what if, let's say I have lions and my lions eat you?
Can you answer the question that you were asked? Is it okay to enslave? Is it okay to enslave humans?
That's not an answer, Prince. That's a random tangent. Can you focus? Are you able to focus? You sound like you might not be equipped for this conversation.
I feel like you're not comprehending.
I agree. I don't think that I'm comprehending your chaos. Yes, I agree. You're not making sense. Is it?
Are you defending yourself?
Why are you projecting things?
What?
Are you defending yourself when you're paying for animals to be exploited and slaughtered?
Are you just mad because I'm traditional?
Are you defending yourself when you're paying for animals to be exploited and slaughtered?
I understand why you're angry with that. Yeah, I defend myself in war. If anybody
Prince, are you defending yourself? Are cows, chickens, and pigs harming you in any way and you're defending yourself?
Cows, chickens, pigs, lambs, those are prey animals.
Are you defending yourself against them? Are you defending yourself against them?
What are you talking about? I never said that.
You said you're defending yourself. So the question was, is it because this was where all of it started, and I think you failed to miss the point. Is it okay to exploit and slaughter? Is it okay to exploit and slaughter humans because it's cultural to do so?
Can you answer the questions?
Sure.
No, he's just not.
Just left. Jeez. He left. I didn't drop him that time. Oh.
I was just trying to emphasize on your question.
He wasn't even listening to you as you were talking. He was just mumbling over you. Just kept going. I don't know what his point was. He kept just pivoting. I was asking him, you know, what was it that I was asking him? He was saying something. He pivoted to lions, and I'm like, that's not what I'm asking you, though. You know, like, what did it? I don't even remember what I said, though.
And can I correct Prince? Prince, cows, chickens, and pigs are not. They're not coming, or whatever you said. They're not coming after us, or they're not carnivores.
Yeah.
No, he said they're prey animal. That means their purpose is to be killed. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean, humans are not carnivores, so that we're, you know, in the middle of that food chain. If we were part of this ecosystem, there would absolutely be animals preying on us. We would be prey.
There are animals who have the eyes on the sides of their head that are still not prey animals.
Because of our, like, shape of our body or whatever. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. All that matters is that someone cares about what happens to them, and you can avoid demanding their exploitation. That's it. It's not complicated. It's that simple. If you don't want to be exploited, you don't want someone demanding your exploitation, you should live with the same values for others. You should project that to others. I'm not going to demand someone else's exploitation. You shouldn't have to know what they want.
Make that your culture. Make that your
Yeah,
culture.
exactly. No cultural practice that demands exploitation should continue. That's not fair to anybody. If animals, honestly, if you think about it, if animals don't have rights, what makes us have rights? Because we're saying that it's just the difference is this arbitrary difference of intelligence and, you know, priorities, and that makes it acceptable. So that means anybody could be on that list. Anybody we deem lesser could be on that list of acceptable to exploit.
There's another person in the queue, by the way.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Aviation. Are you over 18? You got me concerned with muting.
No, but I'll tell you
That's
that.
great. I appreciate you being honest. Thank you. Let's see. I'll bring up Joanne. Hey, are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm actually 18, 26 April 2007. Is that good enough for you?
As long as you're over 18. Why aren't you vegan yet?
I just have a question for you.
No, can you answer my question?
Do you have,
answer my question, then I'll answer yours.
I'm not vegan because I like meat.
Okay, do you think that your pleasure, justifies violating someone else's body?
Do you think animals' pleasure justifies them?
Do you think that your pleasure matters more than your victim's experiences?
I mean, we're the top of the food
Do you
chain,
think that your
yeah.
pleasure, so your pleasure matters more than your victim?
If my victim's an animal, I
Oh,
guess so, yeah.
so if your victim's an animal, you can use their body for your sensory pleasures.
Sensory, I'm not gonna like have sex
Why
with
not?
it. I mean, I'm just gonna
Why
eat
not?
it. Because I'm gonna eat
People
it.
do.
Why not both?
What? Do you want me to take it in anal, or do you want
I
me
mean, so the point is that when you take someone's life, you're violating their autonomy. So really no different from you graping them, right? If animals are objects, there should be no problem with you poking your dinner and then eating it, right? Right. So what?
I mean, if that's
so
your-
do you think that humans should be allowed to boink animals?
Do you think
Can you
every single
answer a question, or do you have to pivot to another question? Do you think bestiality is moral? Yes or no?
bestiality is not moral?
Thank you.
No.
Can you tell me why it's not moral?
It's just like raping a human. I mean, it's not morally
Yeah,
right.
I agree. Why is that wrong?
It's wrong because I mean, like,
There's a victim, right?
They have no. Yeah, I mean, they don't have control. But look, I know what you're putting me in a trap where
It's not
I
a
say,
trap.
yeah, they don't
It's
have
not a
control.
trap. It's just, hold on, Joanne. What I'm pointing out to you is just that you have a similar principle to me. You agree that using others without their consent is immoral because you don't want to be used without your consent, right?
I mean, I know, yeah.
Okay, it's not a trap.
Well,
It's just that we've been told to be this inconsistent culture. We say that we don't want to discriminate against others based on arbitrary traits, but then we're told at the same time that animals have a trait that makes them lesser than us, and that makes it acceptable to exploit them. I'm just here to point out that's not consistent. That's opening the gate to other discriminations like racism, homophobia, which is, again, taking an arbitrary trait like race, sex, or species, something that somebody was born into, didn't have a choice, and using it against them.
So, but I can be vegan and still have intercourse with an animal. It's not that, but
You wouldn't be vegan if you did that. What does veganism mean?
About eating meat. Isn't this about eating meat?
No, maybe that's a good place to start. So what do you know veganism to mean? Just diet?
I mean, respecting the animals, I guess. I mean, of course, sexual intercourse with animals isn't respecting them, but still, I feel like you guys are more on the fact that eating is more wrong than letting them live. I mean, I thought that was what we.
I mean, whoa, your statement right there. Yeah, letting them live is absolutely better than eating them.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they still live if I have sexual intercourse with them.
No. The point that I show with sexual intercourse is that most of us agree, most rational adults agree, that someone forcing themselves on an animal is immoral. There aren't many people that would say, yes, it's totally moral for you to do what you want to the backside of an animal. Right? Most people agree that's wrong.
Right, yeah.
Because that animal is being used without their consent considered. They're vulnerable. They can't defend themselves.
All right, yeah. But
their experiences matter.
Do you agree that we humans are animals, right?
Of course.
We are animals. All right, and you know how the system in nature works.
But we left nature. Go ahead, Chip. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just predicting that he's gonna say lions.
Yeah.
Go on. No.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say that if you're born weaker, smaller, you're never gonna survive.
Do you think
are dogs weaker than us, Johan?
Are dogs weaker than us? We sure have an advantage.
Sure. Is it okay to exploit and slaughter dogs for optional products?
Is it okay for you to enslave dogs, keep them in a cage? You're not treating them like they should be.
Answer the question, man. Chill out.
Is it okay?
All right. What was the question?
Is it okay to exploit and slaughter dogs for optional products?
No, it's not. But
okay, so if it's not okay to exploit and slaughter dogs for optional products, but we have power over them to do so, why is it okay to exploit and slaughter cows for optional products when we still have power over them to do so?
We have stigmatized in our society, we are stigmatized keeping pets like dogs, cats.
These dogs would not be pets. They would be specifically brought into existence to be exploited and slaughtered. Would that be okay?
But I have a question for you. Do you agree with people that enslave dogs? Do you agree that...
No, I don't agree. I respect all animals. I think all forms of enslavement, exploitation, abuse, or slaughter are wrong regardless of the species of the sentient being. Now, can you explain to me what's the difference between a cow and a dog that justifies the difference in exploitation, the difference in view?
Because we are stigmatized in our society.
No. What's the difference between them? Not the view that you have on them or the view that society has on them. What's the difference between these two individuals that justifies the difference in view?
Dogs are more aggressive in nature than cows.
Okay, so if dogs, like, beagles are not aggressive, they're in fact extremely docile. That's why we test products on them. That's why we test cosmetics on them. Is it okay to exploit and slaughter beagles for optional products?
No, because we're stigmatized in our society. I'm trying to tell you
what is the difference between the individuals that, like, if I take an individual from the species cow and I take an individual from the species dog, what is the difference between them that justifies the difference in treatment?
There's a different DNA. That's the difference.
Okay, well, obviously there's a different DNA, but I'm asking you what part of it justifies the difference in treatment?
The DNA is cow is a different DNA, but let me tell you something.
What's the difference in which part of the DNA justifies the difference in treatment?
The DNA, like what? I'm I'm not.
Which part of it? Tell me which part of it. Is it 4C, A2? Which one? Which part of the DNA justifies the difference in treatment?
Do you really think I'm gonna? Do you really think I would research all that just to debate? But let me.
Okay, so then why do you treat them differently if you don't know what the difference between them is to justify
Because I
such
have
treatment?
eyes. I can see the difference. That's all I need.
Oh, okay.
I
So
can
tell
see
me,
the
what
difference.
exactly do you see? What difference
A
do you see
cow
between
is-
them that justifies the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter?
All right. Do you want? Okay. A dog is. This is from my eyes. I'm going to tell you now. Don't interrupt me and say, answer the question, answer the question.
I'm writing
Let me
it
tell you
down.
from my eyes, all right?
I'm writing them down. I want the difference between them, not the way you view them.
You asked me for my eyes, so I'm just gonna tell you from my eyes. I see dog as a stigmatized thing in our society where we have.
I see you
kept
as a
them pets.
stigmatized thing in society. Is it okay for me to exploit you or your family because I see you as a stigmatized thing in your
But
society?
I'm not allowed to finish. It's stigmatized that we keep them as pets. We have.
Okay, if I want to keep you
millions
as a
of
pet
years.
or a member of your family as a pet, is it okay for me to exploit and slaughter you?
Say what now?
If I want to, because I see you as inferior, John, if I see you as inferior, is it okay for me to exploit and slaughter you because I see you as inferior?
Do you think that two cows will slaughter each other because one is more
Johan,
than others?
is it okay if I see you as inferior for me to exploit and slaughter you? I don't consider you the same as me. I understand you might consider me as the same as you, but if I do not consider you the same as me, is it okay for me, based on how I see you, to exploit and slaughter you, or do I need some form of justification to do this to you?
Do you think? And now I'm gonna answer.
Can you please answer my question?
I'm gonna answer you the question in another form so you can make more sense. All right?
No, I don't want to answer my question with another question. I want you to answer my question.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer it. Let me answer. Do you think two cows would kill each other because one is smaller than the other?
No, but why would that? Why would I care? Why would I care what other cows do? Why would I care what other cows do?
We're the same species. No, you wouldn't.
Jesus Christ, dude! Do you know what the appeal to nature fallacy is?
What?
Do you know what the appeal to nature fallacy is?
Appeal to nature. I respect nature. I know what that is.
So, do you know what the appeal to nature fallacy is?
Hell no.
No, so it's an appeal. It's essentially saying that when something is natural, it's good if it's natural, or it's bad if it's artificial. So you claiming, you bringing the attention to cows, what cows do, is nothing more but an appeal to nature. Because essentially what you're saying is that if it doesn't happen in nature, why would we do it? So my question to you right now, Johan, I see you as inferior. I'll come back to the same question. I see you as inferior. I don't care what happens in nature, and I want to exploit and slaughter you. Would I need a form of justification to exploit and slaughter you, or should I just be able to do it because I see you as inferior?
You could gladly try.
So it would be morally justified for me to exploit and slaughter you or a member of your family because I see you as inferior, correct?
No, because that's your choice. I mean, we humans have developed to be smarter than animals, but an animal is smart enough to know do not whatever you say to another of their species.
Okay, so Johan, if a member of your family hits their head and they're become intellectually challenged, is it okay for me to exploit and slaughter them because they're no longer smart enough to understand what's happening to them?
Would you do that?
Johan, I'm asking you, is it moral to do that? Do you understand the question?
No, it's not moral. No, it's not moral. What are you trying to come through? No,
wait a minute, but Johan, I just asked you, like you say, no, it's not moral, but you used the exact same justification for doing this to animals because you said we see them as different and we have power over them. So, Johan, if I see a member of your family as different and I have power over them, and that member of your family is intellectually challenged, why would I care? Why would I care why would I care if they're the same species?
We are the same species.
Why would I care about that, Johan?
So
I'm not going to mate with you, Johan, so I don't care. Why would I care that you're the same species as I?
Do you think a cow?
What is a species, Johan?
Do you think a tiger?
What is a species, Johan? What is a species?
A species. We are species.
What is a species? Describe it. You're using it as a justification to exploit and slaughter others. Please describe what is a species.
I can try my best because I've taken. I took my last one like 5 minutes ago, so I have a little brain fog. But species is a different form of breeds and animals, etc. From
Can you please describe to me how can I tell if two individuals are part of the same species or not?
You can. Bro, what?
Yeah, how can I tell? I have two individuals in front of me.
Bro,
How can I tell if they're part of the same species or not?
Look at two humans. Do you think you would see another human not from Earth? Do you think you would see a Neanderthal in the same streets as you? No, we're the same species, man. You can see that an ostrich looks like another ostrich. You can see that a flamingo looks like that's how you. Oh my days.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you know the difference between a donkey and a mule? Can you see the difference between a donkey and a mule?
All right, but okay. Wow, you're just putting me off guard there because.
Can you see the difference between a donkey and a mule?
If I look close enough, maybe. I don't know.
No, you cannot. They're different species and you can barely tell the difference unless you know specifically what to look out for.
Can you name like 3 other species who look
I don't need to name other 3. I just explained to you fairly simple. No, I just in order for me to reject your simple premise, I just need to find an example that proves otherwise. And I found an example that says pretty simply, there is absolutely no justification for there is no way to identify two members of whether they're the same species or not. If you don't, especially if you don't know what a species is, the only way to identify if two members are of the same species is by using some form of genetic test. So if you don't know if two individuals are of the same species, how will you know if it's okay to oppress them or not?
Look at my profile picture, right? You can see that I'm a human. Look at yours.
No, you don't know that I'm human. You just see me as I look like a human, but I may not be human. Is it possible for me to look like a human and not be human?
Are you what, an alien? Are you an alien?
Is it possible for me to look like a human and not be of the same species as Homo sapiens?
I mean, no. You can see that.
So do you think
see the difference between Neanderthals and Homo sapiens?
Do you see the difference between Denisovans and sapiens? Do you see the difference between Homo Denisovans and sapiens?
What? Homo
Do you see the difference? Yeah, that's a different humanoid. Do you see the difference between Denisovans and sapiens?
Yeah, you can see difference in every single.
Yeah, what's the difference between Denisovans and sapiens? Can you please name it?
It's probably hair or fucking face features.
No, it's none of those. So thank you for that. So you don't see the difference between a Denisovan and a sapiens, just like you can't see the difference between a Neanderthal and a sapiens.
Are you telling me you're another species? That's just a so fucking dumb argument, man.
Yeah. So Johan, if hypothetically you found out, if hypothetically you found out that I'm a different species, is it okay to exploit and slaughter me?
Let me speak without you just talking in the.
I think I'm done speaking to him, by the way, if anybody wants to have a conversation.
This isn't going.
Yeah. Joanne, I mean, okay, can you go along with me for one more hypothetical and then maybe we just part ways? Would you say, let's say Superman came to Earth, right? And he lost his powers, actually. He was superhuman, but now he's just one of us. Would it be moral to exploit Superman because he's not human?
What? Are you really trying to think, bro? There's one movie where he's not a human, and the rest he's a human.
He's not human because he comes from another planet.
I know that.
Okay, so he's not human. There's no way he could be human because his ancestors stem from his planet.
You're telling me he's an animal.
I'm saying he's a different species.
Yet? And I told you, dude. Okay, I'm just gonna read
Joanne,
this episode.
Clearly, your medicine has kicked in so hard you cannot follow logic. Obviously, we should respect Superman. We should respect anybody who has the capacity to suffer.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so kicking dogs is wrong, right? Kicking dogs for fun is wrong. I can kick something else, right? If I kick dogs for fun, I should stop. Don't you agree?
But you're
if I'm kicking dogs, should I stop? Yes or no? Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I'm here to tell you, you're kicking dogs. In fact, you're escalating the violence. You're demanding someone be decapitated.
I own a dog. How am I kicking dogs?
You're demanding that they lose their head so that you can lick their insides. That's what you're doing. So if kicking dogs for fun is immoral because I can get my joy from kicking something else, then you demanding that animals have their heads removed, their babies taken from them, that is worse. You're escalating the violence for sensory pleasure. Just like a rapist does to his victims, he doesn't care that his victims suffer. He only cares about his pleasure. And I mean, the fact that you're so focused on the mute button tells me that you're not even listening. You're just here to hear your own voice. So we'll call it there. I think I'm gonna end the live here. Oh, hi, Corey Vegan. I'm actually gonna end the live. Hi, I do appreciate everyone being here, though.
Thank you for having me up.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Go follow all the vegans. There's probably, I'm sure, Universe is going to be live, so go check him out. And definitely follow all these vegans. I got Chip, the vegan, the 40-year-old vegan, Vegan Corey, all great animal rights activists. Please go follow them. They put out great content. Chip is really good. He goes out on the street and interviews people, and he goes on Discord, so a little bit different avenues, not just TikTok, which is fantastic. We need every platform being spoken on. And then the 40-year-old vegan, he's awesome on YouTube. I mean, they're also on TikTok, but a lot of their stuff's on YouTube. Go check him out. He does vigils a lot in front of slaughterhouses and shows you who it is that you're demanding to go in there, so you can actually see the facilities and the people working in there and the individuals being forced in there. And I think that's also important that we have more visuals of that.
Can I say something, Anna, before? First of all, I think you're doing a great job, and I think people should follow you more than follow us. What I want to say is, the reason, because a lot of people, especially in the chat I've seen, and people who come up here, they refuse to engage in hypotheticals. They refuse to understand why we bring up hypotheticals. The reason we bring up hypotheticals is because we live in a world where we already tried to chisel every single excuse we can to be in the position that we are in. So unfortunately, the only things we have left are hypotheticals.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Because otherwise, of course, if you're in a position where you accept what you're doing to them, it's going to be difficult for you to understand anything else. So hypotheticals help with that situation. Yeah. It's not to draw you in the corner. It's not to put an absurdity claim to it. It's to strictly get you to understand the perspective of the animal.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, it's absolutely. It frustrates me too when people are like, I mean, your umbrella one was just so perfect. Like when people say, I don't engage in hypotheticals, it's like you don't engage in hypotheticals that are challenging or showing the illogical path that you're taking. Like that part you don't follow. That part you don't want to follow hypotheticals. That's all hypotheticals are for, is to test your logic, to stress test them. In this case, would you still stick to that? Is that still true? It's not a terrible thing to test, push those logics. But don't do it in a fallacious manner, right? There are fallacies to fall into, but anyway. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all being here. Please go follow all the vegan activists. Please do whatever you can for the vegans. Oh, David, did you have something you want to add?
Oh, I'm just saying thank you so much for all you do. Great work. And don't forget to plug your weekend advocacy.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much, actually. Yes, everyone, go check out Anti-Animal Use on YouTube. We're going to be on the street Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. PST. And I'll be live on Vegan Stoner Lady from 10 a.m. to noon. And doing the same thing. Talk to people on the street about oppression and exploitation and when are those fair to use? Who are they fair to use against? Anyway, thank you guys for all being here. I really appreciate everyone. And go check out, see if any other vegans are live right now. Go follow all the vegans that you see. And I'll see you on Saturday, if not throughout the week. I might go live on Friday, we'll see. But for sure on Saturday and next Monday. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Have a good vegan day. Oh, there we go. Okay, and YouTube, of course. Per usual, you get to see all the numbers. Anyway, thank you guys for also being here. Thank you to my mods for keeping the chat safe and, being here. I was here a long time today, so thank you. And if you're not vegan, ask yourself why you're not vegan. Go check out the resources that you saw and follow some vegans. Listen to them for a while. Find some answers to those questions. Appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on Saturday. See ya. Huh. I wonder how delayed it is.